Just to tell you a little bit about my story, I was born to a 16-year-old mother. My mom was in 11th grade when she had me. My father was addicted to crack cocaine most of my life. He wasn't there. He didn't live in the household. When he was there, him and my mama was fighting. So I was growing up. If y'all saw the video in the classroom when I was spitting my verse and I was saying, jumping up at 1 a.m. from the sound of screaming, daddy hitting mama, now I see mama is bleeding. That's what I was living. That's a true story for me. I didn't write that because it sounded good. I wrote that out of my pain and out of my hurt. And I see so many young people go through things. And I know that y'all come to school and y'all got the world on your shoulders because you've been through so much. Nobody knows your story like you do. Nobody knows the pain that you've been through like you do. And I was told that I wasn't gonna amount to anything. Here I am, 16 years old, locked up for busting somebody's head open because I was angry. I was angry. But one thing about anger that I've learned is that anger is hurt that has sat there and sat there and sat there and grown and got bigger, and then it turned into anger. It's like a piece of bread. If you go in the kitchen and you see a small piece of mold on a piece of bread and you never mess with it, you'll come back 2 weeks later and the mold has gotten bigger. That's what hurt does. It builds, it grows, it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and it turns into anger. And if you don't deal with it, you will become just like that bread, infected. Infected with violence, infected with hurting your sisters and your brothers. And why do I say sisters and brothers? Because we're all the community. I love what Dr. King says. He said, the beloved community is the framework for our future. If we don't love each other, we'll never go anywhere. I'm so tired of turning on the news and seeing right here in College Park, Georgia, where I'm from, young people are dying. Young people are fighting over at the high school and they're recording it and they putting it all over the news. So when people think about North Clayton and College Park, all they think about is failures, people that's not going to make anything out of themselves. But I call all them people some liars because I believe everybody in this room has a destiny and it's great and it's mighty. But you got to believe that for yourself. And if you don't believe it for yourself, it won't happen. And somebody had to believe in me to get me out of College Park, just like I'm going to believe in you. I want y'all to say something after me. Say, I am. Great. I will do great things on this earth. You got to believe that in your heart. Now, you hear my story. Yeah, my dad was on crack. Matter of fact, last year, I had to take my dad to rehab the day after Father's Day. It was the hardest day of my life. I had to go pick my daddy up from the trap. Real story, true story. This is just 6 months ago, maybe 7, 8 months now. I had to go pick my daddy up from the trap. He looked like those guys standing on the corner on Old National begging for change. He smelled like garbage. His teeth was yellow and rotten from a crack pipe. And I had to go pick my father up, and I had to look my father in the eye, and I had to take him to rehab. And I couldn't cry because I had to be strong for him in that moment. But as soon as he got out the car, I began to weep. And then I thought about something. I said, man, my life could have been full of excuses on why I didn't make it. But I refuse to let anything stop me from succeeding. No matter what I've been through, no matter what I'm going through currently. But you gotta make a decision to love yourself enough to be great. To love yourself enough not to bully somebody else. To love yourself enough to report when you're being bullied. You gotta love yourself.